just 3 weeks after Alan Shepard's flight, President Kennedy boldly challenged America to commit to the goal of landing a man on the moon before the end of the decade. We'd not even put a man in orbit. The rockets and spacecraft needed to go beyond Earth orbit didn't exist. Many thought the challenge to be impossible. We really didn't have the know-how. But we did have a leader with the vision and the determination, the confidence that we could get there by publicly stating a goal and by putting a specific time period on a very specific achievement. President Kennedy gave us no back door. We either had to do it or fail, and no one was interested in failing. If space was going to be our next frontier, then I wanted to be a part of getting there. After I completed my tour of duty in Germany, I decided to continue my education and received a doctorate in astronautics from MIT, where my father had received a doctorate also in 1921. For my thesis, I adapted my experience of a fighter pilot intercepting enemy aircraft and devised a technique for 2 manned spacecraft to meet in space called orbital space rendezvous. Little did anyone know, including me, just how critical this work would later be to our successful landing on the moon, and of course rendezvousing to come back home again. The first time I applied to be a NASA astronaut, I was turned down because I hadn't scheduled or I hadn't elected to become trained as a test pilot. But I was determined and applied, and